Outside of that first 6 or 7 minute stretch where you guys just couldn't take care of the ball, what did you like about tonight's game?
Our ability to stay with it. And, I think, for me going down the stretch, like not having a traditional point guard on the floor, I thought their pressure bothered us all night. They had four guys that picked up full court, the whole night. And it kind of wore PG and Kawhi down and put T-Man and EG in some tough positions. And so, could have possibly brought Russ back to try to, at least get that offense, kind of going again. But, you know, um, the last 2 days, we challenged our team to be better defensively. And I thought tonight, PG set the tone early, but I just thought, our defense tonight was really good. I thought we really got into the ball. We were physical. Outside of the turnovers, which allowed them to get, easy transition points, I thought in our half-court defense, we really did a good job of, getting to bodies, being physical, getting up on pick and rolls with Zoo and Mace. And so we did a good job. And then, of course, our offense takes a little dip. But, you're not going to play against a team with that kind of length and that kind of athleticism to pick up full court like that. So for me, just going back to the drawing board, and we don't finish with a traditional point guard, just making sure what we're trying to do. So it was hard to initiate for T-Man and EG with that pressure on him, but we'll get better with that.
You touched on it, but I believe Terrence played the entire fourth.
Oh, did he?
What did you like about just what he was able to give you guys?
I just thought his pace, offensively, be able to attack, get downhill, get to the basket. I thought defensively his physicality was good with Siakam, wasn't able to really get, to the rim. I just thought he just gave us a lot of energy that we needed. He came in and played very well, and we needed every bit of it.
See, how did they consistently attack the rim as well as they did your team? Like from the first half and carried it over to the second half, just consistent focus on the paint. It seemed like.
Yeah, we made a focus like we talked about last game when we played this team. When we touched the paint, we scored 1.59 points per possession, and when we did, it was 0.7. And so we really made a conscious effort to talk about getting into the paint, attacking the paint, and being aggressive. And I thought we did that all night long. But like I said, I thought their pressure and their physicality and their length really bothered us offensively, made us stagnant, and we couldn't, initiate the balls and the elbows, get them to Kawhi and PG. They really kind of took us out of our offense. But our defense was good enough, like I said, to win the game.
Zoo and Mason, they're two different centers with what they feel like they're best at, most comfortable at. How are you able to put both in position to be successful tonight?
I thought, Zoo was great. I thought, just finishing around the basket. I thought just his presence, being, low man and his verticality and size at the basket. And then Mason, just his energy, able to get up down the floor, be able to push the ball on the break when he rebounds the basketball. And then defensively, be able to get up and actually corral a little bit more and a little bit more active defensively in the pick and rolls. And so, like I said, they both are very different, but they both help our team out tremendously.
Todd, you've often said that you can't be the only voice on this team. I'm wondering the last couple of days in practice and today, what have you seen these guys as far as how they're meshing chemistry-wise and maybe being more vocal? Are you seeing anything from certain individuals?
Yeah, I think all of our veterans have stepped up. I just talked about, we have a special opportunity, and we just got to, continue to keep working. And that's what we did the last 2 days. We really worked and defensively just working on our foundation, what we need to do every single night. And I thought our guys really locked in, and we did it. It wasn't no complaints for all we practicing to. They really locked into it. And that's what we needed. And so it's going to be a lot of those going forward because we need all the reps we can get right now, especially with the new additions. And so tonight was a good starting point for us defensively, how we need to play. That should be the blueprint.
Do you think there was anything that was, I don't know if it's a wake-up call, but anything that set this into motion? Was it the Memphis game?
As far as
just like
defensively,
guys talking more and meshing more in chemistry-wise?
That, and then like you said, having the film sessions, I think having the 2 days of practice time where we really locked in and show those guys, exactly what we want, what we need, and how we need to defend. And so I give our guys credit. I thought PG and Kawhi really set the tone early, and everyone else, I thought was really good defensively.
Coach back here. Speaking of Kawhi and setting the tone, he seemed like he's been playing with a lot of energy, and obviously, load management, all that stuff has been, questioned over the years. But this year, he seems to be, very healthy and playing with a lot of energy. He was all over the floor, a couple very strong dunks. What are your thoughts just on kind of Kawhi's overall, just kind of health and energy and how he's been playing, kind of as you progress throughout the season?
Yeah, since we was able to, bring him along slow early on in the season, But once we were able to get that minute restriction off and continue to play him the way we want to play him, he's been unbelievable. And so his health is great. Getting to his spots, explosive at the rim. You see him dunking tonight, and then defensively able to, smother guys defensively like he always does. And so, with his health is the most important thing. And when he's healthy, he can play at a high level with the best of them. That's what you've been seeing as of late.
Ty, you guys won tonight despite having 25 less shots than the Raptors. That's pretty wild when you think about it. What do you credit that to, being able to still win?
Getting to the free throw line. We got to the free throw line 31 times, so that's 15 shots, right there. And they only got there 14 times. So if you take the free throws out of it, we probably got a little bit more. But the turnovers that hurt us the first 6-7 minutes of the game. We had 10 at halftime, but we had 7 in that first quarter, which allowed them to get confidence early, and then ending the game with 17. So you have 17 turnovers. It's tough, and then they gave up 15 offensive rebounds. So those two things in that combination is not going to allow you to get as many shots as you want. And so, but I think just for us, staying the course, like I said, being aggressive, attacking the paint, 60 points in the paint tonight, and that's how we got to play. We got to attack the paint every night, and it starts with PG and Kawhi. They've been doing it the last 2 games.
Ty, going back to Kawhi for a second, he's really made it. He's made last 5-6 games. It seems like he's really made a point to get off the strong starts, especially in the first quarter. I think he had 9 or 10 tonight. Just has that been a bigger push for him, or it's something you've impressed on him?
I just think setting the tone early. As the best player, just set the tone. And we knew coming into tonight's game, Nick wasn't gonna let him play. Like, they always double team him. They trap him. They junk it up. And so the biggest thing you can tell PG and Kawhi in games like that, just trust the offense and just trust the pass. I thought they did that all night. And Nick's the best at just taking guys out of the game and make you play a different style of basketball, which we had to do tonight.
You had Kawhi at the 4 to close with the 2 guards, and you also still kept a big on the floor at times. And often when we've seen Kawhi at the 4, it's been in smaller groups. Do you think that's something that you might try to get back to again, is him at the 4, but also keeping either Zoo or Mason on?
Yes, sir.
Andrew, last one.
Wasn't sure just what your conversations have been like with Russ about being a screen setter. There were a couple of third quarter possessions where back-to-back possessions, I think you guys scored off those. It's a small thing, but I feel like he hasn't done that a ton in his career. What's gone into getting him to buy into doing that for you guys?
Well, if teams are going to put point guards on them, they're not going to switch on to PG and Kawhi most nights. And so, with Russ being the passer that he is, we just talked about, if you set that screen, they're going to show on Kawhi and PG. You catch it in the pocket, you got layup, you got Zoo for a lob, you got 3, and he was able to make plays out of that. And so, being the passer that he is, we need him to do that. And so he's bought into that. And what better way to get your best passer in the pocket with nobody guarding him, and he's able to make the play. And so it's been good for us.
Thank you.